And now,
what's going down in Tinseltown? It's Celebrity Trash and Bash. Here's Kendall Deen.
It was Pride weekend in a lot of different places throughout the country this past week. In San Francisco and New York, most notably.
Right, in Colorado, they had Ashamed. It's for people who haven't come out yet.
Right.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So you do the parade at night so nobody can see you. And you don't wave.
You don't?
No, you just
So you
head
just look
down.
like a bunch of people walking in the street?
Right, and you're like, hey, welcome to the Ashamed Festival.
Hey.
Hey,
You're right, keep it down.
Harold, is that you? Harold! A couple notes out of this weekend as far as that's concerned. Alec Baldwin, who went on what some might call a homophobic Twitter rant against a British writer who said that his wife was tweeting during James Gandolfini's funeral, had to lay off his statements and issue an apology.
I didn't think it was a homophobic rant as much as a guy who has gay friends who uses those jokes.
Right.
Like, you big queen.
Right.
We've all heard those comments.
Alec Baldwin called the writer for the Daily Mail, George Stark, "You toxic little queen," and he said this quote, "I'm going to put my foot up your but I'm sure you dig that too much." So that would be him implying that, he likes that.
Well, maybe he knew George.
Yes.
Maybe he'd heard things.
Yeah.
Right, is that a new thing? Shoeing?
Well,
please wear a croc and let's be safe about it.
Yes.
Alec Baldwin apologized, saying, quote, "My ill-advised attack on George Stark had absolutely nothing to do with issues of anyone's sexual orientation. My anger was directed at Mr. Stark for blatantly lying and disseminating libelous information about my wife and her conduct at my friend's funeral," just James Gandolfini. "As someone who fights against homophobia, I apologize," end quote. And, people accepted that and kind of move on.
Yeah.
That's the way you tackle a situation.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
It's okay, Canteen Boy.
I guess. And then this weekend, Lady Gaga decided to cause a little controversy to kick off New York City's Gay Pride Parade. She sang the national anthem and turned the national anthem into a gay national anthem by singing, quote, "Star Spangled Flag of Pride," and instead of saying "Home of the Brave," she said "Home of the Gay" in her national anthem, which is causing some people to go a little nuts about it. But,
it was
Gaga.
perfect for her venue.
For sure.
It's Gaga. It's her
Home of the
audience.
gay in the land of the free.
You knew that was
Right.
probably happening with Gaga. So you'll hear that throughout the day, too. People asking her to maybe apologize or whatever. So we'll see what happens with that. Foxxy Brown is debuting a brand new song called Bands Up. Whoops. No, she's not. She fell off the stage.
And you can tell by the reverb of the music that it is a small club.
Yes,
It was a tiny little club.
Right.
Horrible
Right.
sound.
Like the stage was the size of 2 cocktail
It
tables.
really was.
Which explains why she fell off.
Right. Has it come to this?
The level of concern around the people that watched her fall was crazy. I hope she's okay, but it's just the fall was just like, really? Wow.
And then, she hasn't been hot for so long. Right now, she should be managing like a Rite Aid.
She's holding on.
Right.
She's trying her darndest. More celebrities in hot water. We include Paula Deen in this particular one because more people are jumping off her bandwagon. The celebrity chef who had the racial overtones in her deposition and other things.
Even diabetes dropped her.
They did.
They did because they were keeping her on hold.
No, I was just saying.
You idiot.
They will.
Girl, we are dropping you.
We can't be associated.
Yeah, just the whole diabetes. Yes. Paula Deen's upcoming book, the 250 recipes all lightened up, Paula Deen's New Testament, which she was doing different versions of her really buttery meals, shot up to number 1 on Amazon's bestseller list. But the publisher, Random House, has decided not to publish it.
Which is crazy because they've already been sold.
Yeah, so you think they'd make the money while they can.
They'll refund that money. I guess they say we're not going to take this headache as much as Kmart or JCPenney or Sears or Home Depot or Cooking Network or Food Channel, any of these channels that have dropped her over the last week. We're waiting to see if a publisher will still put the book out. And somebody will probably pick the book up and put it out.
As she loses endorsements, I'm just still amazed by Duracell? Why does she have Duracell?
She still has a lot of those things going on.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
like what product was she pimping there?
Tons of products. Finally this morning, the BET Awards were last night. Here are a quick list of some of the big winners. Best female R&B pop artist went to Rihanna. Best male R&B pop artist went to Miguel, who performed last night with Mariah and by himself, and he didn't dropkick anybody, thank goodness.
Okay, did Mariah, you said she lip synced.
Mariah, she did. She went through hashtag beautiful with Miguel.
And did he sing live?
He sang live. But
so that's kind of weird.
The only thing Mariah may have done, she hit those high notes. But otherwise, throughout the song, she was lip syncing. You could tell.
Right, you could.
Yeah. So that was kind of sad that she showed up and did the whole thing.
In the front row going, I knew you fake bitch.
Right. Nicki Minaj won for Best Female Hip Hop Artist. His Best Male Hip Hop Artist was Kendrick Lamar. He won for that one. Macklemore and Ryan Lewis won for Best Group. So good for them. Video of the Year went to Drake. And Drake was not there. Drake had the most nominations for BET Awards, and he wound up winning 3, but he no-showed.
You know why?
Why?
Because Chris was going to be standing by the side of the stage waiting.
Well, that's what the rumor has it. Radar Online reports that Drake contacted the BET Awards on Sunday, yesterday afternoon, just hours before showtime, told them he was not coming.
He's always Chris there.
Right.
Yes, he's opening the show.
Click.
So Drake didn't show. He said later on that he had to finish up his album and was spending some time with family before he had to go out on tour. But he knew that he was going to do that anyway.
Right.
The BET Awards, he knew that was on the calendar long ago when he had 12 nominations and didn't show up.
And they usually have like 30 guys in between him anyway.
Seriously.
Entourage,
Right.
bodyguards.
Seriously.
Still wasn't enough for Drake to feel safe.
Yeah, so he didn't show, but he did wind up winning, though. So we have some of the great performances last night at the BET Awards. J. Cole and Miguel and Kendrick Lamar. Tribute to the legendary Charlie Wilson from Snoop Dogg, Justin Timberlake, and Pharrell. Plus, you can see this. Done live. It was great, too.
Yeah.
See Blurred Lines Done Live by Robin Thicke. See that right now at KS1075.com.